Alright, hello and welcome back to episode 20 of... In the previous episode, we worked on collecting these guys over here and breeding them up just so that we can get our soul shards that we also made in the previous episode up to at least tier 1. Now, I've gone ahead and done that with at least 3 of them, though we're still waiting on sheep. So we're just going to kind of let them do their thing. But now that we can do that, I think we can make ourselves a mob cage, I think it is, from soul shards. Which is probably what I want to do with, because I want to do some testing, right? I honestly have no idea if this is going to be the best way for us to go about getting at least passive mobs. I know that there are better ways of doing passive mobs, or not better ways, but other ways of dealing with passive mobs. Being Britannia would be another one, but that's like a whole endeavor that we'd need to go down and do some crafting and blah, blah, blah. Which, at the moment, I probably didn't feel like going down, but thinking about it more, is probably the path I think that will be the most beneficial. Doing it with a mixture of Britannia and some item routing with, seeing as we have this crop farm here going, we can probably use the feeding troughs and things like that to kind of make that easier. But like I said, I want to do testing with the soul shard, mainly because I want to see if this mob cage will actually spawn adult animals, and if it does, then that's going to be our best course of action. If it doesn't, then we may need to look into other things for using for at least like adult passive mobs, right? So to do that, to do the testing that we want to do, we need to create a soul cage, which is pretty much the same thing as last time, right? We got to make some corrupted ingots, which is going to be, I think we need 4 of these now, so that's going to be, what, 16 vile dust and 16 corrupted essence. So I need to grab my soul sand, which is nowhere to be seen. It's here. Let's make enough for 2. Actually, no, I've probably already got scoria here, don't I? Here. So let's just cook up that scoria. The soul sand can go back away. While that cooks up, I need to grab that, and some obsidian. Which I've only got 1 piece left, so we need to go collect some more obsidian. Which means we need to go all the way back down here. Not into this cave system, but into this next one that's about to open up to us. Not this one, but here. What is that? Oh, prosperity shards. And here's our lava pool. We'll just get this. We can actually do this a bit better now. Now that I realize that Infinimine is actually something that we have access to, I'm just going to use that. I'm just going to hold the tilde key. And now that we have our magnet being kind of overpowered, it makes this really nice and easy for us. You can just kind of stand here, and we have an 11 block radius, so we don't have to be worried about much, if anything, about falling in. And we can do that to collect like an absolute ton of lava. So I'm just going to go and turn pretty much this entire top layer. Not the entire top layer, but a good chunk of it. And then we'll go like leave that one there and then do the same thing at least a few more times until we can get up like a good few stacks of obsidian, right? Since we seem to continue to be using it. This is going to take a while because I'm swimming currently, but once this one breaks... Whoop. Okay, that's taken too long, but you get the gist. We got a bunch of obsidian. That'll be enough for now. We can now go fly back up to the base. I'm sure there's a faster way of doing this. But regardless, I should probably put stairs in here realistically. But I'm lazy, so I'm not going to do that. Let's just make an entire stack of this junk, because we'll probably end up using it at some point, and we have the materials to do it. So let's do that. In the meantime, all that scoria that we had will be turned into this stuff now, so I just need to grab some iron. We can turn this into corrupted ingots. That gives us 6. So it's enough for 1 cage. Do we have iron bars anywhere? Doesn't look like it, so let's use some iron to make a bunch of those. And that's entirely too much, but we have like unlimited iron. This number just keeps climbing. What are we limited to? Stack limit 128. By 1. So is that 64? No, what? Times 64 plus 9. So that must mean the stack limit, 128 stacks of blocks of iron. Is that what that means? So we should have like a ton of space left in there. I'm not sure. We don't really have a setup in here for overflow besides this chest, so we're not going to be worried about iron yet, even though that is actually something we might need to solve in the near coming future. But that's besides the point. What I want to deal with now is actually making a soul cage. So I just need one of these. I made iron bars and put all of them into there. Okay, we have a soul cage, right? And we have souls that we can do. So one, this requires a redstone signal, does not need a player, and ignores all light levels. Okay, so we just need something now to create a redstone signal. The easiest thing to do that would just be a lever. So let's just grab any wood to make some sticks and some cobblestone here to make a lever. And we'll just kind of spawn him. Where do we want to do it? Where's somewhere like semi-containable? Let's just put a hole in the wall here. Let's say that's good enough. Alright, cool. So now do I right click the soul shard? That goes into there. And then we should be able to shift right click it, yeah, to take it out. Now if I give you a redstone signal, you should start spawning. And I could possibly speed you up by doing this. Okay, so far, you're actually doing what I want you to. You only spawn adults. Okay, let's turn you off. You're spawning too many. And I can totally cheat this actually. Can I cheat this? Okay, let's make sure we don't lose it. Let's take the soul shard out. Let's break that. And let's make... Wow, is this like totally cheating? Hold on. Let's go like there. I'm going to go 2 blocks up. I'm going to place the soul cage back on top with the lever. I'm going to turn you on and you're going to spawn. And I think you should honestly just keep spawning things. Well, you need the shard in you, don't you? So let's put that in there. Killing these with that doesn't really matter since I don't have the shard in my inventory. And I can cheese this by going... How many hours is that using? Okay. I don't think that's used up in like an entire hour yet. Alright, that's hit a limit then, okay. So what I'm going to do is, while that's done that, is I can grab out this sword and then go... and massacre these guys. And now we have... Oh, did that not add souls to it? Interesting. We now have 69 souls. And then I killed this chicken. Yeah, 69. Right. Okay, that's cool. You can't cheese it. I was really hoping you'd be able to, just by using the soul cage to spawn extra stuff and then get it into your inventory with that. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so that doesn't work. But that's kind of cool, at least. That's, I was hoping that we could just, like, cheese this and get it to, like, tier 3 or 4 just, like, pretty quickly. But testing-wise, this works. I do not know. What is the max range that a soul shard spawner will spawn in? Does this tell us? If we go to mob content... and then farming mobs soul shards. Into a soul cage to make it spawn mobs. Normally, blah, blah, blah. No, it doesn't. Interesting. Okay. Well, that makes life kind of fun. Okay, I need to then... so this idea will totally work. We have a way to spawn our animals. Now we just need to figure out a way to, I guess, kill and harvest parts from them. Not harvest parts, though. Oh, God, that sounded horrible. But, you know, process the animals that we are going to be spawning from this. And we also need to build a room, I guess, for these guys. So I think that actually works. If we do like a 5x5 room, is that the max range? I don't know what the max range is. And then we need to figure out a way to move them and kill them, right? So like, now I haven't really thought this far ahead. How do we want to kill them? I think create might be our best option for this, because we can use the encased fan to move things around. What is a nozzle? Expect an entity. What? Attached to the front of an encased fan to distribute its effect on entities in all directions. What does that mean? Ah, okay, so it's just not going to push them. It pushes them in all directions. What? Hold shift. Hold on. Let's figure. What do you mean? Can I not use W on you for ponder? Okay, it must mean like if you put it on the front, it goes like in all directions from it and pushes out. That doesn't help me though. We're probably going to use an encased motor. No, rather encased motor. I looked at that. An encased fan to push mobs. And I think we can actually probably use the saw blades. This thing here, the mechanical saw, as a way of probably killing our mobs. Or the other option would be if we have some sort of way to like click, like an auto clicker, or it's not really an auto clicker, but like a player simulator or something like that. Do we have one of those? No, we don't. Rapid mod rundown. What do we have here? What does Malum do? Nothing. Mechanism. Mechanism probably has some sort of way of dealing with it, but we're not at that point. Pneumaticraft probably also has another way to do that. Armor assembly lines and more. The mod has... does Pneumaticraft have a way that we can deal with mobs? Yeah, mob spawning. Pressurized spawner. Pressurized... which... Okay, we don't need to care about that because we already have a way of spawning things. Keep spawning while there's no player. Spawn a core. We don't care about this, I don't think, either. Because I don't know what it does. Spawner extractor. There's one of two ways to obtain a spawner core, no? Vacuum trap is a machine used to trap mobs and absorb their essence into a spawner core. Okay, that's all things to get spawners working. But how do I deal with them after they're spawned? Air blower. To an encased fan, that's kind of cool. But that means like create and that. That doesn't help me. What about compressors, tubes, manufacturing, tools, semi-blocks / gadgets? No. Components, machines. I think liquid hopper, omnidirectional, reinforced chest, tank, air cannon, vortex tube, air blower. None of these really seems to help me. We can spawn mobs, but there's no way of dealing with them afterwards. So I think create is probably going to be our best bet then. We go out, create. And this is probably just going to be proof of concept at the moment because we probably do not have the bandwidth to actually do this for all of our mobs. But I'm curious now more than anything. That's what we have all these other mods. I'm pretty sure if that's the case, we have electric motors, don't we? We totally do. Oh, you're going to be painful to make. Capacitor. How do we make a capacitor? Okay, we can make all these things. We can make electric motors. Copper spool. Empty spool. Just iron sheets. This is totally all achievable. So we've got to do quite a few things then. Okay. Electric motor. I want to start using you for power because, right, we have, for at least for rotational power, right? Because we can do pretty much everything we want now with electricity since we're generating some, right? So that's fine. So we probably need to work towards that because our only other form of rotational power that we have at the moment is our windmill. And as you can see by how this thing spins, it's slow. And I don't want to keep using that. So I think what we need to do is we need to get into a little bit more create. Oh, there's a space there that needs a seed. So that we can at least get to an electric motor. Because as far as I can tell, I think that's the only real way that we can kill mobs. In a way that's actually kind of neat. Unless there's another, like, I don't know. It's not something I've actually like looked all that far into. This is literally like maybe, the only thing I've done between episodes, between recording this one and recording the last episode, was edit and upload, right? So this is all on the same day, and I haven't really looked into it. I haven't seen what other people have done in this mod pack in the way of mob farming. So I'm kind of like trying to think through my head, like what I know we have access to, right? And I don't think it's really a whole lot. Sheep we're still struggling with. And this sword is nearly about to break. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Does this give us any sort of way? Does thermal have a way that we can kill things? Energy using tools, locomotion as rails and minecarts. Is there a machine that we can use from thermal since we have access to that pretty comfortably? Thermal, there's the thermal book. Technology. Energetic infuser doesn't do anything for us. Dynamics, devices, machines. Blast chiller, no. Multi-servo press, no. None of this does anything that we want. Devices, is there anything here? Aquatic entangler, I'm pretty sure that does fishing. We're already using one of those. A decoctive diffuser does stuff with potions. Hive Hopper is a hopper for hives, I'm pretty sure. It does exactly what that says it does. Igneous extruder makes blocks. Nullifier is just a trash can, but we can do that for cheaper. Accumulator. Accumulator is like a hopper, but within like a big range. No, so it doesn't really look like there's any way that we can use thermal. What other mods do we have? Tinker's Construct doesn't help me. Spice of Life. Planes isn't going to help me. RF Tools? Maybe? What do we have in RF Tools? In the way of blocks. Oh, wow, we have RF Tools dimensions, do we really? That's just a dimensional... Yeah, no, we do. Dimensional shards. Modular storage, vehicle builder. Shield projector, that's for like withers and stuff. Storage scanner, what are you? Coal generator, no. Pearl injector. Space chamber. I don't think anything in here is going to help me. That's annoying. What about... Actually, can you tell me? RF Tools base. Basics? Nope. Nothing in there. Tools. Nothing in there. Machines. Infusing. Machine infuser. I don't know what that does. Environmental controller, dialing device, matter receiver. I think this is all... Yeah, none of that is useful to us. RF Tools power, that's just going to generate power. Shield projector does for like when you do wither stuff, so that doesn't help me. What else? Pneumatic craft. I don't want to mess around with that yet. That may have options for it, but I think that's going to take a lot of time. Mystical agriculture won't have anything. Modular routers. I've been having a look at this, and we have access to modules in this. Now, I was thinking that maybe, I think it was the activator module. This thing. This mode performs a left click with the item in the router's buffer on a nearby entity, attacking it. This mode costs forge energy by default, unlike other modes. So this may be a way that we can kill stuff. Do we just like make this and just kind of figure out how it works? I think that's going to be like the only real way that we kind of figure this stuff out, because otherwise I honestly have no idea. There's like a bunch of options, but I don't know which is going to be the best. Create is one, but to make this thing, right, we need 12 of these, which means we need to get into brass and making all this stuff. It's going to be a hassle to make the electric motor in the first place, but once we have that, it's going to be real cool. And then space-wise, it's going to take up a lot of space, because you have to get... Essentially, what I would want to have is have fans going along pretty much 2 of the sides, pushing it into a corner where, like, let's say everything's getting killed here. That may be a way to do it. Just pushing everything with the encased fans into one corner and then using that to kill stuff. It just means we need space behind, like, the actual room, because we'd want fans all along here, fans all along there. And then I guess it would be the what was it? What's that mod that we were just looking at? What's the book? A modular router, so a router. How do we make one of those? Modular router. I think it's just a bunch of iron, and we can make this stuff pretty comfortably. That's not that hard. So we could do that with one of you. Break a module. That's possible, but it means like getting into create. I think we need to do it regardless, don't we? Because, okay, well, what if we do that? We use modular routers for killing, and we're going to use the electric motor for our power, which means we need to get into create. Okay. I think that's how we're going to be stepping around this. So if that's the case, we need to make electric motors. To make electric motors, we're going to need mechanical crafters, and we're going to need 12 of them minimum, right? Because that's how many slots of this we need to make that. So let's make some of these. What do I need to make these? I need a brass casing, so I'm going to need brass sheets, which we make from brass ingots, which we can get. Is there not zinc and copper? Arc furnace fluid encapsulator, that doesn't exist. Brass ingot. Can I really not make them in the... Hold on. Copper and zinc. No. Is it andesite alloy? I wasn't paying attention. Brass ingot. By combining... Where are you? Zinc. No, I need zinc. Okay. You go in there. Zinc I have here. Can I not alloy furnace this? Induction smelter this? Oh my god, really? Really? Okay, so we need to make an alloy kiln then, before we can think about that. Alloy kiln, how do we make you? Brass sheet comes from, come on. Brass ingot comes from the alloy kiln. We got to make an alloy kiln. Oh, that's right, and that's from this thing, so I need... I think this is a 2x2x2 building, so we need to craft kiln blocks, which is bricks and sandstone. Okay, do I have like that stuff around? Bricks. Apparently none, so we can make those. And then I can make sandstone, I guess. So your sandstone. Let's cook you up. You're taking too long. And then we go like that and like that. So it's a 2x2x2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, 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 bang. And then I need my immersive engineering hammer, which I have no idea where it is. It's probably over here in this chest. Yep. So then I right click you, cool, that makes that. And go a stack of you there and throw some, do I have coal coke somewhere? Some better fuel. Probably somewhere, it's probably over here somewhere. Where is my coal coke? That's probably in this chest as well, actually, yeah. So I need a ton of brass ingots. I'm gonna need to set up my rotational power again. Oh, do I still have the hammer set up down there? If I still have my hammer set up, or did I break all of that? I don't remember. I still have my hammer set up down here. Okay, cool. Let's throw the brass on there, because we need to smack down some brass to make brass sheets. We need one of those per. Let's just do all of it. I don't think we need brass ingots in specific for anything, do we? Let's have a look. Are you brass ingots used for anything? Brass door, brass bars, induction heater. What does that do? Using electric energy to heat a furnace. Yeah, that's kind of cool. If I was just playing with create. Right click. That, I guess we use it for brass tunnels and brass funnels. But other than that, we don't really use it for much else. So yeah, you can just all turn into plates. Did you only turn into 4? Did I not have more ingots? I probably didn't. Oh, buddy. Okay, so this like little endeavor is turning out to be a bigger challenge than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so we need to make brass casings. So I need a ton of logs, which we got, and some planks, which I can make. Actually, I have planks there. And then you can turn into that. That's probably more than enough for what I need. Cogwheels, we should have a bunch of. Yep. Electron tubes. I need polished rose quartz. By sandpapering down rose quartz. Rose quartz we get by quartz and redstone. My inventory is full, like it always seems to be. Let's get rid of some junk. Soul cage, that stuff can go into there. Let's put you in there as well. Alright, so I need a bunch of redstone and some nether quartz. A stack of this stuff is going to be too much. So let's just make... that'll be 32 of them. Let's make half a stack. And then I need to turn you into polished rose quartz, which we can do by sandpapering it. I'm going to make some diamond grit sandpaper because I know that sandpaper itself actually has a durability and I don't want to wait around. So we do that by getting a diamond and some paper. And I need to crush down the diamond actually into diamond grit or diamond dust. Right? And then we could turn that with paper. That gives us diamond grit paper. And then this goes into our offhand, I'm pretty sure. And then we hold right click. And then we can polish up a bunch of this stuff. And you can see there, the diamond grit paper actually has a durability on it. Now, don't ask me how I have 3 hands all of a sudden, because I'm using 2 to hold the rose quartz, the sandpaper, and then apparently the rose quartz again. I don't know how that works, but apparently it works. Alright, this is going to take a hot minute. I'll come back in a second when all of this rose quartz is sanded down, I guess. Alright, there's our 32 polished quartz done. So now that needs to turn into electron tubes, which is just redstone torches and iron nuggets. So let's grab out a stack of that. I need a bunch of sticks then. Let's just make you into sticks. We'll just make a stack of redstone torches since we constantly seem to be using them. Iron nuggets we can just grab. Polished redstone quartz. Are you used for anything? Rose quartz? Besides electron tubes? No. So let's just turn all of you into redstone tubes then. Into rather electron tubes. And then now I can make this. I just need crafting tables, which I have wood. Cool, and I need 12 of these. 3, 6, 9, 12. Bang. Okay, we're partway there. But unfortunately, I seem to have run out of time. That is right about that half an hour mark. So then, next episode we'll come back. We'll turn these into, into what we need to, right? So that we can make the electric motor. So once we have an electric motor, we can actually start working on creating our first proof of concept mob farm, right? So I'll probably, between episodes, carve out a section of the base. Probably in a room, yeah, just next to this one. And we'll probably do it like a long path going down that way, where we can fit in multiple of these spawners. That'll probably be the best way of doing it. And we'll continue along and puzzling our way around getting this stuff to work, because I, as you can probably tell by this episode, I'm just kind of figuring this stuff out as I go. But regardless, if anyone is still watching, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, like the video if you liked it, and we'll see you all tomorrow for the next one. Peace.